They say breakfast sets the tone for your entire day, but what if the very food you've trusted for years is quietly working against you? Every morning, millions of seniors start their day with a warm bowl of oatmeal, believing they're doing something good for their heart and health. But new research reveals a disturbing truth hiding beneath that comfort. The same nutrients that once protected your heart may now be straining your kidneys, accelerating their decline without a single warning sign. Imagine spending decades building a healthy habit, only to find out it's the very thing slowly wearing your body down. Today, we're exposing the hidden side of oatmeal. The 5 mistakes turning this healthy breakfast into a silent threat for anyone over 60, and how a few simple changes can turn it back into your body's greatest ally. For decades, oatmeal has been the symbol of a healthy start to the day. Seniors across the world wake up, pour a little water or milk, add their oats, and believe they're doing something good for their heart, digestion, and overall well-being. It's part of a comforting routine built over years, warm, familiar, and safe. The smell of cooked oats in the morning carries a sense of control, like one small choice that keeps everything in balance. For many, it's not just food, it's reassurance that they're caring for their body the right way. But recent research has started to challenge this long-standing belief. Scientists looking at kidney health in older adults have discovered that what once benefited the body may now be silently working against it. As the body ages, its ability to process certain nutrients changes, and the same foods that once supported health can become a hidden threat. The kidneys, which filter out waste and balance minerals, start to lose efficiency over time. When that happens, even small dietary mistakes can have big effects. Oatmeal, though known for being rich in fiber and good for cholesterol, contains minerals that can burden aging kidneys if not managed properly. The problem isn't always the oats themselves, it's how they're prepared, what's added to them, and how often they're eaten. These small daily habits, repeated year after year, can gradually turn a healthy breakfast into a slow strain on kidney function. But the truth hiding beneath that creamy bowl is more dangerous than anyone expected. What if the same minerals that once protected your heart are now quietly corroding your kidneys? Oatmeal contains nutrients like phosphorus and potassium, both of which are essential when you're young and your organs are working efficiently. Phosphorus helps build strong bones, and potassium supports healthy heart rhythms. But after the age of 60, when kidney filtration naturally slows down, these same minerals begin to accumulate in the blood instead of being properly cleared out. The kidneys work like filters, removing waste and balancing minerals in the body. As they age, these filters become less efficient. When phosphorus levels stay high, calcium begins to leach from the bones, weakening them and allowing calcium deposits to form in blood vessels. This makes arteries stiff and increases the risk of heart problems. At the same time, potassium that isn't filtered correctly can build up in the bloodstream, affecting muscle control and disrupting the heart's electrical rhythm. Most seniors never realize this shift is happening because the symptoms are silent. There's no pain, no warning, just a slow buildup over years. Each bowl of oatmeal that once nourished the body can now be adding a mineral load that tired kidneys struggle to handle. And when these minerals pile up day after day, they start a chain reaction that silently damages the body from the inside. And that's just the beginning. The real threat starts when you add milk. That splash of milk you thought made your oatmeal creamier and healthier may actually be doubling your kidney's burden. Many people add milk for extra protein, calcium, and taste. But what they don't realize is that dairy milk carries high levels of phosphorus and potassium, the same minerals aging kidneys already struggle to filter out. When combined with the natural mineral content of oats, this creates a concentrated load that can push the kidneys far beyond their comfort zone. A single cup of whole milk adds around 240 milligrams of phosphorus and nearly 350 milligrams of potassium. For someone over 60 with reduced kidney efficiency, that's a significant increase. Skim milk, often seen as a lighter choice, can be even worse for potassium content. The result is a meal that seems healthy on the surface but overwhelms the body's ability to maintain mineral balance. Over time, this imbalance can contribute to elevated phosphorus in the blood, bone weakness, and even artery calcification. The good news is that the problem isn't the oatmeal itself, it's what you mix it with. By switching from dairy to kidney-friendly options like unsweetened almond milk or rice milk, you can cut the phosphorus content by nearly 90%. These plant-based choices provide the same smooth texture without adding harmful mineral stress. A simple swap like this can turn a dangerous breakfast into a safer one for your kidneys. But even if you fix the milk, most people make an even bigger mistake with their toppings: bananas, nuts, and seeds. The trio everyone calls healthy can overload your kidneys before lunch. These toppings are often added to make oatmeal tastier and more nutritious. But for aging kidneys, they can quietly push mineral levels into the danger zone. A single medium banana contains more than 400 milligrams of potassium, nearly one-fifth of the daily limit for someone with reduced kidney function. Add a handful of almonds or walnuts, and you're adding another 100 to 150 milligrams of phosphorus and a similar amount of potassium. Sprinkle in a spoonful of chia or pumpkin seeds, and the total mineral load rises even higher. Individually, these foods are considered healthy, but when combined in one meal, they become too much for kidneys already working at limited capacity. The body can't remove the excess minerals efficiently, and the result is a gradual buildup in the bloodstream. High potassium can cause fatigue, muscle weakness, or an irregular heartbeat. Elevated phosphorus can pull calcium from bones and contribute to hardened arteries. It's a quiet, invisible strain that builds day after day. Many seniors believe they're improving their health by adding these toppings, unaware that they're making their kidneys work overtime. The danger doesn't come from one bowl, it comes from repetition. The same combination eaten every morning without realizing the risk. Each small addition adds up, until the body can no longer compensate. And one woman's story proved just how fast this healthy combo can turn fatal. When a 8-year-old woman was rushed to the emergency room, doctors expected to find the usual causes behind her irregular heartbeat, maybe dehydration, or a medication reaction. What they discovered instead left them speechless. Her potassium levels were dangerously high, a condition known as hyperkalemia, which can disrupt the heart's rhythm and lead to cardiac arrest if untreated. Yet she didn't eat junk food or salty snacks, and her blood pressure medicines were carefully managed. The real culprit turned out to be her morning oatmeal. For years, she had followed what she believed was the perfect health routine: oats cooked in milk, topped with half a banana, a spoonful of peanut butter, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Every ingredient was praised as heart-healthy, yet together they formed a powerful mix of potassium and phosphorus that her aging kidneys could no longer filter properly. The excess minerals built up in her bloodstream until her heart's electrical system. It began to misfire. Her doctors realized the problem only after reviewing her diet in detail. It took several days of careful treatment, dietary changes, and medication to bring her potassium back to safe levels. She was lucky many others never get that second chance. What seemed like a responsible breakfast nearly cost her life because her kidneys couldn't keep up with what once was a healthy habit. But she wasn't alone. Millions make the same hidden mistake every morning without realizing it. Convenience comes with a price. Every instant oatmeal packet hides a chemical time bomb. Many seniors choose instant oats for speed and simplicity, but these convenient versions are far from natural. To make them cook faster and taste sweeter, manufacturers add phosphate preservatives, sodium, and artificial flavoring compounds that put extra pressure on aging kidneys. Unlike the natural phosphorus found in whole foods, these additives are inorganic, which means the body absorbs them almost completely up to 100%. Once inside the bloodstream, these phosphates rapidly raise blood phosphorus levels, forcing the kidneys to work in overdrive to remove the excess. Over time, this constant stress triggers the release of a hormone called FGF23, which rises sharply when the kidneys are under strain. High levels of FGF23 are directly linked to faster kidney function decline, bone weakening, and cardiovascular disease. Add in the sodium used to preserve and flavor instant oats, and you create a double impact: higher blood pressure and faster kidney wear. Even the flavor packets that seem harmless, like maple, brown sugar, or apple cinnamon, often contain sodium phosphate, calcium phosphate, or disodium pyrophosphate. These names may sound technical, but each represents an additive that accelerates mineral buildup in the blood. What's worse, the sweetness and aroma make it easy to eat larger portions, unknowingly increasing the dose of these chemicals every morning. Yet the industry has found a new way to disguise these additives right under our noses. The words heart-healthy and organic are not safety guarantees, they're marketing weapons. Many oatmeal brands use these labels to create a sense of trust, knowing that most shoppers never look beyond the front of the box. But a closer look at the ingredient list tells a different story. Companies often hide phosphate additives behind long technical names like calcium phosphate, monocalcium phosphate, or sodium acid pyrophosphate. These sound harmless or even beneficial, yet they're the same compounds that burden aging kidneys. The problem isn't limited to cheap brands. Some expensive organic or natural granolas carry the same risks. While they may avoid artificial colors or preservatives, they often include large amounts of nuts, seeds, and dried fruits, all of which are naturally high in phosphorus and potassium. Combined with hidden additives used for texture or freshness, even these premium options can overload the kidneys without showing anything alarming on the nutrition label. Labeling loopholes make things even trickier. Regulations allow small amounts of additives to go unlisted if they're part of a larger ingredient mixture. That means a product can still claim to be all natural while containing traces of inorganic phosphates from other components. For seniors trying to eat healthy, this creates a false sense of safety. They think they're choosing wisely when in reality, they're exposing themselves to the same chemical stress found in cheaper processed options. But even if you manage to avoid processed brands, the next mistake happens inside your own kitchen. What if your serving size, something as innocent as one extra scoop, is slowly choking your kidneys? Most people think a bigger bowl of oatmeal just means a heartier breakfast. But for older adults, even a slightly larger portion can make a major difference in fasted mineral intake. The recommended serving is half a cup of dry oats, yet many people pour 1 cup or more without realizing it. That simple mistake doubles the amount of phosphorus, potassium, and protein their kidneys need to filter. In restaurants and cafes, the problem grows worse. Commercial servings often use 1.5 to 2 cups of dry oats to make the meal more filling. Add milk, sweeteners, and toppings, and the total mineral load can exceed the safe daily limit for aging kidneys in just one sitting. The kidneys are forced to work harder to handle the excess waste, leaving less room for recovery. Over time, this pattern contributes to a slow but steady decline in filtration strength. The real danger lies in how subtle this is. You don't feel it happening. There's no pain or warning sign when phosphorus or potassium levels creep up slightly each day. But as the minerals accumulate, they cause blood chemistry to shift in ways that strain every part of the system from the bones to the heart. It's not the occasional large bowl that causes harm. It's the regular overpouring that keeps the kidneys trapped in a constant state of pressure. And the danger multiplies when this small habit becomes a daily ritual. Eating oatmeal every day might sound disciplined, but for aging kidneys, it's deadly repetition. Your kidneys need recovery time between higher mineral meals. When the same food loads phosphorus and potassium every single morning, there's no break to clear the excess. Day after day, a half cup of dry oats plus common add-ins can push total phosphorus near the upper limit for many older adults. Make it a full cup, add milk or toppings, and you cross that line before noon. The result isn't an immediate crisis. It's a steady rise in blood phosphorus and potassium that the body struggles to control. Studies on kidney health show a pattern. Frequent exposure to higher phosphorus meals is linked with faster filtration, decline, and higher levels of FGF23, a stress signal tied to bone loss and heart risk. Daily repetition also raises sodium and sugar exposure if you rely on instant packets or flavored cups. Even when portions look modest, the cumulative load stacks up because older kidneys clear minerals more slowly. The myth is that a healthy daily breakfast must be the same food every day. That rule works for habit building, but it fails when your kidneys need variety. Rotating breakfast choices lowers average mineral exposure over the week and gives your filters time to catch up. So how can you keep your routine without sacrificing your kidneys? Kidney decline isn't sudden, it's a slow exhaustion caused by decades of microdamage. Every heartbeat sends blood through millions of tiny filters inside the kidneys, called nephrons. Each nephron acts like a microscopic strainer that removes waste, balances minerals, and maintains fluid levels. But over time, those filters wear down. Starting around age 30, kidney function gradually declines by about 1% each year, and after 60, the rate can nearly double. By the time most people reach 70, their kidneys may be operating at only 70 to 80% of their original strength. This gradual loss doesn't cause immediate symptoms. You can feel perfectly fine while your kidneys are quietly losing efficiency. The problem is that once filtration slows, waste products like phosphorus, potassium, and urea begin to stay longer in the bloodstream. This lingering burden increases pressure inside the kidneys, and the tissue begins to scar and stiffen. The process is subtle but constant, slowly reducing the number of working nephrons. Lifestyle factors make this decline worse. High mineral foods, excess protein, and frequent dehydration add daily stress that tired kidneys struggle to handle. It's not one mistake that causes failure, it's years of overwork with no recovery time. Understanding this process is key because it 2-in-2 note explains why small dietary corrections can make such a big difference. Even modest improvements can slow or partially reverse early-stage decline if applied consistently. But science has uncovered ways to reverse part of this damage if you act before it's too late. What if the same oatmeal that once harmed you could be reborn as your kidney's protector? The key isn't to give it up, it's to prepare it differently. When you manage portion size, choose the right cooking liquid, and use kidney-friendly toppings, oatmeal can shift from being a burden to becoming a balanced, gentle source of nutrition. The same bowl that once overloaded your kidneys with minerals can actually support them when made with the right ingredients. The transformation begins with small, precise choices. Start by keeping portions realistic. Half a cup of dry oats is enough to provide fiber and steady energy without flooding your system with phosphorus and potassium. Next, swap out high-mineral liquids like cow's milk for lighter options, such as almond milk or rice milk. These changes cut the mineral load dramatically while maintaining the texture and warmth that make oatmeal satisfying. Even the toppings can work in your favor when you replace bananas and nuts with berries, apple slices, or cinnamon. When combined, these changes reduce phosphorus by more than half and potassium by nearly a third compared to a typical milk and banana version. That means your kidneys face less pressure, your blood stays balanced, and your energy levels remain stable through the morning. You still get the comfort of your daily routine, but without the hidden damage that builds over time. But that transformation begins with a liquid swap that almost nobody gets right. Creaminess doesn't have to come with calcium overload. The smooth texture everyone loves in oatmeal can be achieved without relying on milk or high-mineral creamers that strain the kidneys. The choice of liquid makes a bigger difference than most people realize. 1 cup of whole milk adds nearly 250 milligrams of phosphorus and more than 300 milligrams of potassium. Even skim or low-fat milk carries similar mineral levels, offering no real benefit for kidney health. Switching to lighter alternatives can immediately reduce this burden. Unsweetened almond milk contains around 20 milligrams of phosphorus and 180 milligrams of potassium per cup, almost 1/10 of what's found in dairy milk. Rice milk offers similar protection, with about 50 milligrams of phosphorus and potassium each. Even simple water, when flavored with a pinch of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla extract, gives the same comforting aroma without adding any harmful minerals. Some people even prepare oat water, where oats are cooked in extra water and then thickened slightly at the end, giving a creamy texture with zero added mineral load. These swaps keep the familiar comfort of oatmeal, but drastically lighten the kidney's workload. You still get a warm, satisfying breakfast that supports your heart and digestion without pushing phosphorus or potassium levels too high. The difference lies entirely in what you pour into the pot. It's a small change that has a lasting impact on kidney health and overall balance. And once you fix the base, the magic happens in the toppings. You don't need bananas or nuts to enjoy your morning bowl. Flavor can heal, not harm. The right toppings can turn oatmeal into a safe and satisfying meal for your kidneys without losing taste or comfort. Apples bring natural sweetness and a gentle crunch, while keeping potassium levels low. A few slices mixed into warm oats create a mild flavor that pairs perfectly with cinnamon. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, are another great choice. They're rich in antioxidants, support blood circulation, and add color and freshness without adding too much phosphorus or potassium. Cinnamon does more than enhance taste. It helps control blood sugar and brings a familiar warmth to every spoonful. A small dash of vanilla extract can also deepen the flavor without adding any mineral load. For texture, a light sprinkle of unsweetened coconut flakes offers a pleasant bite with far fewer minerals than nuts or seeds. These small swaps don't just protect the kidneys, they make your breakfast lighter, cleaner, and easier to digest. Eating consciously doesn't mean giving up enjoyment. When you know what your body needs, every meal becomes a choice for protection rather than risk. The same comfort you once found in milk and bananas can now come from apples and cinnamon. The difference is that your kidneys will thank you for it. But the real breakthrough isn't in what you eat, it's how often you eat it. Your kidneys need rest days just like your muscles. Most people don't realize that the body benefits from rotation, even in diet. Eating the same food every morning forces the same organs to handle the same nutrients repeatedly without recovery. The oatmeal rotation plan helps prevent that. Instead of eating oatmeal 7 days a week, limiting it to 2 or 3 mornings gives the kidneys time to reset and clear out any extra phosphorus or potassium that may have built up. On alternate days, choose breakfast options with a lighter mineral load like rice porridge with vegetables, scrambled egg whites with toast, or low-potassium fruit with yogurt. Each variation uses different nutrients and gives your kidneys a break from repetitive filtering. This rotation not only protects kidney function, but also improves digestion and nutrient absorption by reducing constant exposure to the same foods. For people who love routine, this plan keeps structure while adding flexibility. You can still enjoy oatmeal regularly, but now it becomes a part of a balanced system instead of a daily strain. The key is giving your kidneys enough downtime to recover from what they process each day. When you view food as part of a rhythm instead of a rule, you create a lifestyle that supports long-term health rather than just short-term habits. Because protecting your kidneys isn't just about food, it's about freedom. Every breakfast is a message to your body: I choose life over habit. The same bowl of oatmeal that once carried hidden danger can now become a symbol of awareness and control. Understanding the truth behind it means you no longer eat on autopilot. You eat with intention. The 5 mistakes that silently damaged kidneys: using milk, adding high-mineral toppings, choosing instant packets, overserving portions, and eating it every day, can all be reversed with simple corrections. Replace dairy with almond or rice milk. Trade bananas and nuts for berries and apples. Skip the instant packets for plain oats. Measure your portions carefully, and give your kidneys rest days. These are small adjustments, but they hold the power to change the course of your health. With each corrected step, you lower the strain on your kidneys, restore balance to your body, and slow the natural decline that comes with age. You don't have to abandon the foods you love, you only need to understand them better. The comfort of oatmeal, once a hidden threat, becomes a tool for protection when prepared wisely. This awareness gives you something more valuable than any supplement or diet trend: control over your well-being. By making thoughtful choices, you preserve your energy, independence, and longevity. Every bite becomes an act of prevention, a quiet way of saying your health matters. Next, we'll uncover the fruits silently destroying kidney health. Don't miss it.